What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are moving to the engine. We are back on the Trans Am project. In the last video you saw that I put the K-member in, and there's the old K-member sitting there, but today we're going to be working on the engine. So the first thing we're going to start with is we're going to clean this thing up. Now I'm going to clean just the block because, as you saw, I am replacing the heads, so the block is really all I'm concerned with. Now the pan, the front timing cover, and the rear cover I'm going to take to a machine shop because they have a tank they can put that in, clean it in like 5 minutes, opposed to me scrubbing on it all day and never getting it quite as clean as I want. So we're just going to concern ourselves with the actual block itself. I need to block that off probably, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the motor mounts off, and once we get the motor mounts off, we're going to start cleaning. Once we get it as clean as I like to get it, then we'll go ahead and remove the front timing cover, the rear timing cover, and possibly the heads. So let me get started by taking these motor mounts off and the heat shield here. Now for the passenger side, all you're going to need is a 13mm to take out the 4 bolts that hold the mount in place. Now on the passenger side, you do have a couple other things to take off. You have the 10mm that hold this plate on, and then it's 13mm for the studs that stick out. Now the next thing I'm going to be removing is this 10mm on this closeout panel here. Same kind of panel on the starter side, but we took that off obviously when we took the starter out and the torque converter bolts. So take this 10mm out, and we will probably tape off the openings in the actual side of the block, or side of the heads here, and then on the intake side, and then we are going to start to clean. Well, now that I got everything taped off, I'm ready to start cleaning. I did find a plug to put in the oil, where the oil dipstick goes. So that is our next step. We're going to start cleaning now. I'm going to use several things. I'm going to be using some Dawn dish soap and an old toothbrush. I mean, if Dawn can take oil off a little ducts, it can probably take it off an engine block. The other thing, obviously, I'm going to be using my VX 5000 steam cleaner, and then some Simple Green. So like I said, we're only going to focus on the block itself. The front cover I'm really not going to mess with. I might get some of the ledges, but I'm going to focus here along the bottom side of the block here, and then on the back side. So not up here on the top I'll also get, but not a ton of stuff really, because most of these panels are going to be coming off. Well, it's taken a while, and there's some spots that I just can't get out, but it looks way better, so you can tell the difference between this side and this side. It's gonna be a long process, that's for sure, but we're gonna go on to the other side here and just keep working our way around. Well, I think we have the front just about as clean as we can get it. Like I said, we're going to be taking the front cover off, so I'm not worried about the grease and grime that's on it. Just wanted to get both sides cleaned up. So now we're going to move on to the side. If it's anything like the front, it is going to take forever, but this is something that I want to do. Like I said, I'm probably going to paint this block, so let's keep going. I feel like the best way of cleaning this, I found, is to actually wipe all the big stuff off first with some simple green and just some paper towels, and then going back with the brush, because that's how I got this side as clean as it is. I've still got a couple spots that I want to go over again, but to me that's the easiest way, wiping it down first. You know, before I was kind of using the brush and it was just kind of smearing it around, so wiping off that big stuff really seems to be making this process go a little quicker. Well, we have this side clean, so we are going to try to move on probably to the other side, since the back's going to be probably one of the hardest parts to get to, but we're making some good progress. This is looking really, really good, and I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. So let's move on to the other side. Let's take a look at our work. It cleaned up way better than I thought it was going to. Mixture with that steam cleaner, Dawn dish soap, and some simple green, it actually cleaned up really, really well. So on these ledges where I didn't really get, once I take the pan off, I'll be able to clean those with some adhesive remover. Anyway, they're gonna have gaskets stuck on them. So I really like the look of it. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it looks way, way better than what it did. And so now let's go ahead and start taking some stuff off this. Well guys, the very first thing I'm going to take off is a harmonic balancer. Now I have a aftermarket balancer. If you are using the stock one, you're going to need a specialty tool that I showed you in my video when I installed this to remove it. Now this aftermarket one, so it's a power bond / SLP pulley, whichever you want to call it. It just uses your standard puller. So I've got it over here, and I'm going to go ahead and whip this 24mm out. I am going to use an impact. If you don't have an impact, you're going to need some way to lock the flywheel while you loosen this and take it completely out. But that is our next step. Well, let's talk about the problems I'm running into. So while I'm trying to spin this to get the crank pulley off, the whole entire engine is spinning. I took the flywheel off in order to get this on the engine stand. It doesn't want to fit with the flywheel on. So what I think I'm going to have to do is I'm going to either have to take it off the engine stand and put the flywheel back on so I can put that locking tool in place, or I might be able to take the rear cover off and be able to sneak the flywheel up in there. Either way, it's going to have the flywheel on it because it's just spinning. So we're going to move on to something different, and that is going to be the coolant crossover tubes here, two 10mm on the front side, and get those out of the way, and then we're going to take the head off. Now once that coolant crossover tube's off, we're going to take the valve cover off. Just 8mm, there's 4 of them. If you have an older, like 98 style, you may have perimeter bolt valve covers, but the 99 and up have the center mount. So just 8mm, there's 4 on each side. Now that we've got the valve cover off, we're going to take the rocker arms loose. So they are also 8mm, and obviously there's 8 on this side, 8 on the other side. Get the rocker out of the way. We're going to pull the rocker stand and the push rods out. Once we have the rocker arms out of the way, it's time to take the head off. So there are five 15mm bolts here, 5 15mm bolts in the center, and then there are, I believe, 6 up top here. So we are going to have to get the tape out of the way. The only reason, like I said, I put that in the way before was just to keep dirt and water out of the engine. There's actually 5 up here as well. So 15 total. We're going to start with the 10mm, and then we're going to move to the 15s. Once we've got the heads off, now we're going to take the 2 10mm that hold the lifter cups, and we're going to take the lifters and lifter cups out. Now I always put some towels in here just to keep extra debris, junk that we're going to be cleaning off from falling in here. You know, I always vacuum it out before I put it back together, but it's always a good idea to not get as much as humanly possible in there. As you can see, we got a pretty good mess here, but we are going to continue. We are going to take the oil pan off, and there's several screws or bolts in the oil pan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 in the back and the bottom, so about 14 total. We're going to take all those out. Those are 10mm, and then once that's out of the way, we will go to the rear cover. Now we're going to take that rear cover off. Several 10mm bolts on the back side here too. I think I'll be able to get it with a swivel. If not, they're not real tight, so I can get them off with a ratcheting wrench. But that is our next step. Once we get that out of the way, hopefully we can put the flywheel back on, and then we'll be able to get the front cover off. Well, bad news. Can't get the flywheel back on without taking it off the engine stand. So I'm gonna have to put my plate back on top, lift it up, take it off the engine stand, and then once we do that, I'll be able to put the flywheel on, put that locking tool in place where the starter normally goes, and we'll be able to spin the front, hopefully. So that is our next step. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that today, but that's really the only way we can go at this point, other than cleaning the deck surfaces, and I don't think I'm going to get into that today. So let's hook up the cherry picker and see if we can get this done. Well, we now have it set up with the flywheel on. Now we just need to go grab that locking tool that goes over here where the starter normally goes, and I'll list that part in the description down below because it does come in handy in several occasions. Now that we got the flywheel locked, as you can see, we are going to go up here and try to use this to get the balancer off. Okay, now we got that off. Little extra steps, but it is best to have the flywheel in place unless you just have extremely good strength to hold that while so the engine doesn't turn. So incredibly hard. I wish I would have let the flywheel on. Obviously I didn't. No big deal. It didn't take me long to put it back on. So now that we've got that done, let's whip this front cover off, and that's just 10mm bolts all the way around as well. Well, the front cover is off. It is looking bare, and well, I think I'm done for today, guys. I have a huge mess. You can see I've got oil and antifreeze all over the place. I've got parts scattered everywhere. I need to pick this up, clean this up. So this is all we're gonna do today, but make sure you catch the next video, guys. On the motor anyway, we will be putting the cam in. We're gonna take the timing gear off. We're gonna take the oil pump off, and be sliding that new cam in from Texas Speed. And well, hopefully you guys are liking this content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you do, please go down, smash that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. While you're down there subscribing, make sure you ring that bell icon. That way you're notified every time we drop a new video. And well, stay tuned to see what we do on this thing next.